Shalom, shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Brother Yosef. I want to come back to you with another lesson today. This time, encouraging you to dig for the hidden treasure. All right, we need to constantly have that reminder that we should be digging for the hidden treasure. And for those of you that's been tuned into this channel, you know exactly what the hidden treasure is. But there may be quite a few of you out there that do not know what this hidden treasure is, and according to wisdom, there are plenty that do not actually know. So before I get into this message, if you just joined this channel, click that subscribe button so that you could be notified for these wisdom lessons in the future, and that you can be enlightened as well. So I wanted to go into Ecclesiasticus chapter 24 because wisdom is very important. All right, the hidden treasure is very important, and when we go back to the hidden treasure in the 1800s, they estimated over 300,000 individuals. They migrated from various parts of the United States. They migrated all the way over to California in search for gold. All right, they were searching for their hidden treasure. All right, and individuals, they stopped their career. They stopped their, whatever they were doing back here on the East Coast, on the North and the South, and they went west. They left everything behind to follow this hidden treasure. And I want to be able to share with you today that we are supposed to be digging for a treasure that's even more valuable than the gold rush in the 1800s. This wisdom, or this hidden treasure that I'm about to share with you today, was shared by King Solomon, the richest and wisest man that ever lived, that walked the face of the earth according to history. And if the wisdom was good enough for him, I believe that it will be good enough for you and I. Also, there was another scribe by the name of Joshua, the son of Sirach. All right, he wrote the book of Ecclesiasticus. All right, and probably the wisest book that I've ever come across in my time. He's been able to share nuggets. So I want to share those with you. And there's another book called The Wisdom of Solomon, which is attributed to Solomon as well. And from these three books, along with Ecclesiastes, we get what I call is the Torah, or the instructions of wisdom. All right, so let's get into the Torah of wisdom today to share with you a little bit about the hidden treasure. All right, so Ecclesiasticus chapter 24 and verse 34, he said, "Behold, that I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom." So the journey that I've been on these last few years, or really even going over a decade now, the journey that I've been on seeking and trying to understand this hidden treasure, he said, I have labored not for myself only, but for all of you that seek wisdom. So if you seeking out wisdom, this is another wisdom lesson for you. So let's go to the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. We talk about this treasure, what I call the hidden treasure. You're going to see why I call it the hidden treasure here real soon. So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7 and verse 14. It says, "She is a treasure unto men that never faileth, which they that use become friends of the Most High, being commended for the gifts that come with learning." So it said that she is a treasure. Who is that she? Wisdom. Wisdom is a treasure unto men that never faileth. You ever heard out in the streets they say the game don't change, only the players that's involved in it. All right, wisdom do not change, only the individuals that apply it throughout every generation. And according to the ancient writings, there are only a few individuals that truly apply wisdom. All right, she's a treasure that never fails. Your friends may come and they may go. Your friends may fail you. Your best friend may fail you. Your spouse may fail you. But these wisdom principles, they do not fail. They have withstood the test of time. So that's when I started to come across this hidden treasure, and I found that treasure box of wisdom, I decided I'm going to chip away at this for the rest of my life. All right, so let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, and we're going to go to verse number 22. It says, "Wisdom is according to her name, for she is not manifest unto many." So there are a tremendous amount of individuals out here today. They look at it and say that they are wise. They ascribe to themselves as being wisdom gurus. They might have online courses and things of that nature. But according to the ancient writings and the scrolls of wisdom, it said that wisdom is only manifest only to a few. Alright, and as you can see, when you go through some of the other wisdom videos, you go through the playlist of my channel, you can see all these other wisdom videos. You know, it's a trial process that one may have to go through to obtain this valuable treasure. The Most High is not going to give his most precious gift to an individual that haven't proved that they're worthy of it. Yes, he gave it to Solomon, but as you can see, as you're going to see, as I get ready to go through more of these scriptures, you're going to see that even Solomon continued to dig and dig and dig for more wisdom. So let's go to the book of Job. All right, the book of Job, because if it was just as easy as, you know, just saying I'm praying one prayer and you know, you're saying that you're wise for life, then I think that more of us out here will be walking in wisdom. And as we can see, you know, what's going on every single day, a lot of our people are walking in folly. All right, so let's go to Job chapter 28 verse 12. He said, but where shall wisdom be found, and where is the place of understanding? So Job asked a question. The question that he asked is, where shall wisdom be found, and where is the place of understanding? You have all of these elaborate buildings and congregations and assemblies and groups and gatherings, all right? But I have not seen yet one today that's called the house of wisdom, or a place that wisdom is being taught on a consistent basis. Job is asking a similar question: where is the place of wisdom? Where is the place of understanding? Number 13, man knows not the price thereof, neither is it found in the land of the living. That is a smack in the face for all of us that ascribe to be wise. Job says that wisdom is not found in the land of the living. It's not found in the whole land of the living. So we have to really be putting ourselves in check and see it. Are we really wise? Are we really subscribing to this hidden treasure, or are we fooling ourselves? All right, verse number 20. When you go down to verse number 18, it talks about no mentions shall be made of coral and pearls, for the price of wisdom is above rubies. You can also see that in Proverbs chapter 8, verse 11. All right, I believe it's Proverbs chapter 3, around 15 through 18. It's talking about she is more precious than rubies, and out of all things that may be desired, there is nothing to be compared unto it. So when I came across those scriptures years ago, and even later, I was able to see the importance that, yes, I've been laboring through this Bible. I've been laboring through the scriptures for years, you know, seeing all kind of different topics and lessons and things of great interest. But nothing has sparked my interest more than the hidden treasure. And notice the scripture that says that the Most High gives us the desires of our heart, but he also places in us the desires. And I believe that he placed in me the desires to want to chip away at this was more powerful than a vein of gold, to chip away at this wisdom to gain this valuable treasure. All right. So Job chapter 28 and verse 20 said, where then cometh wisdom, and where is the place of understanding? Where is the place of understanding at? All right, number 21, seeing it is hid from the eyes of all living and kept closed from the fowls of the air. So Job says, seeing it is kept hid from the eyes of all living. All right, let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon one more time. Job says, seeing that it is kept hid. Wisdom of Solomon says, for she is a treasure unto men that never fail. Job said it is hid. Wisdom of Solomon says the treasure, it is the hidden treasure. We don't look at it as hidden treasure because it's right there smack in the middle of the book. But a lot of our people, we just skip over it. All right, we'd rather be interested into history, spiritual matters, which I'm not taking nothing away from those things. They are very important. Learning about the chronological order of sequential events. All right, we've been able to go back to days of our ancient forefathers and Adam and Eve, and even going into the different captivities of the children of Israel. You got the teachers of the Messiah. You got teachers of Paul. You got all kind of other things that's in the scriptures, revelations, all right, prophecies. But what I have glued my attention to is the wisdom books, because it deals with everyday practical life. It deals with practical matters, and it shows you how to deal with your brothers and sisters. It shows you how to deal with marital issues. It shows you how to deal with friends. It shows you how to deal with your business enterprise. It shows you how to save money. It shows you how to have an idea and a mindset to go get it. All right? It shows you who's going to be attracted to you. It shows you how to communicate. It shows you how to who you should invite into your house, who not invite in your house. And the list goes on and on. It shows you that wisdom is the tree of life. Wisdom is the hidden treasure. And that's why I want to share that with you today, so that you can stop going over these books as if they're just a bunch of feel-good sayings. It's just a bunch of practical knowledge, but that you can take it to heart, and that you can spend hours, minutes, days chipping away at this vein of what's more than hidden or pure gold. All right? When you go to Proverbs chapter 8 and 11, it tells you again that wisdom is more precious than rubies. Out of all the things we may desire, and not to be compared unto it. All right? Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8. I want to go there for us a quick second. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8 and verse 5. It said, for if riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things? So if you are a person that desires to be wealthy, if you are the person that desires to have a tremendous amount of income, the scripture says, what is more richer than wisdom that worketh all things? Wisdom will give you the know-how on how to go about and establish an idea that could bring you a 6 or 7 figure income. Wisdom will give you the know-how, because some individuals say, I want to go ahead and get me a spouse. But if you seek after wisdom first, wisdom will give you the know-how on what to look for in your spouse. Wisdom will give you the know-how on how to go about obtaining that house. Wisdom will give you the necessary instructions on how to deal with so many situations in life, and our people are treating it as it is this valuable. All right. What is more richer than wisdom? That's the question that I have to ask you today. What is more richer than wisdom? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus real quick. Another time. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. This is very important. I want to continue to stress the importance of that. When you go to Wisdom of Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 and verse 18, it said, my son, gather instructions from your youth up, so that thou shalt find wisdom to thy old age. It said, come unto her that is plowing and soweth, and wait for her good fruits, and thou shalt not toil much about her, and thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. All right, number 20, she is very unpleasant to the unlearned, and he that is without understanding will not remain with her. So those individuals that do not have understanding are not going to be able to stand the test of time and to be able to walk with wisdom. It said, when wisdom is according to her name, she is not manifest unto many. This is just going over it again. Individuals that say that they have wisdom according to the scriptures, they do not have it. There's a trial process that one must have to pass to graduate on to receive this valuable treasure right here. All right, let's continue. So we go down to verse 27, the same chapter. It says, search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when you got a hold of her, let her not go. When you find this treasure box of wisdom, when you finally, after all your searching and digging and going through the soil and the ground and the grass, and you finally find this treasure, it said, do not let her go. Hold tight onto wisdom. Do not let wisdom go. All right, this is the most valuable thing outside of the Spirit of the Most High, which some will say it's the same thing that you can attain in this lifetime. Search and seek for wisdom. A lot of individuals feel like they could just say one prayer and they're going to have all the wisdom that they need for the rest of their life. What the Proverbs chapter 2 and 4 says, if you search for her as silver, if you seek for her as hidden treasures. Wisdom is the hidden treasure. All right? Stop lightly esteeming wisdom because it's found in Proverbs, Wisdom of Solomon, Ecclesiastes, and the book of Sirach. Stop lightly esteeming them because you can buy it in a $15 or $20 Bible. The value of it is immeasurable. You can't put a dollar amount to it. And finally, I'm going to close with this right here. Because some of you out there, you look at the scriptures and you say, well, all I have to do is pray for wisdom. I don't need to do nothing else. Solomon prayed for it. The book of James, James said, if any man lack wisdom, just let him pray for it. Is it really that simple? All right, Solomon prayed for wisdom, but let's see what else happened. In the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1 and verse 12, he said, I, the preacher, was king over Israel in Jerusalem. I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven, this sort of travail which the Most High has given to the sons of men to be exercised therewith. Pay attention to number 13 again. I gave my heart, which is my mind. I gave my heart to seek and to search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. Solomon didn't just go, and that prayer wasn't just it. When he was a child when he prayed that prayer. He said, I gave my mind to search and seek out wisdom. So even the wisest man that ever walked the face of the earth, even he continued to dig at the hidden treasure. He continued to get into that treasure box of wisdom to learn the mysteries and the secrets of wisdom. And for those of you that feel like you don't need to dive into the treasure box, then I would say to check your pride, because you're not there. I come across individuals, even when I'm out and I'm sharing with them the information from the wisdom book that the Most High has allowed me to put. Some individuals say, I got enough wisdom already. I don't need to know none of that. And I say they have already reached a plateau. Because once an individual gets filled with themselves and they don't have enough, then once they fill with pride, then they can't obtain wisdom. Wisdom is not going to deal in a prideful spirit. Alright, so this is what I wanted to share with you today about the hidden treasure. And like I said at the beginning of the video, just now coming to this page, alright, you stumbled across this video some type of way, somebody shared it to you, it popped up on your phone, on your computer, whatever. It may have been a sign that you need to continue to check out these videos. So click that subscribe button, click the bell button for the notification, and share these videos so that they can reach the masses and more people can be enlightened on this hidden treasure. Until the next time we meet again, I say shalom, shalom, Yah Barak. Dig for the hidden treasure.